What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here and I finally made it to episode 10. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers for the support you've been giving me since I started these weekly episodes, and also for giving me great suggestions. In this episode I'm going to talk about a deck that seemed very popular at this year's World Championship, Reshiram Typhlosion. Almost half of the players in the top 16 and Master Division played with this particular deck. Let us take a look what's inside. Well, the main three cards of this deck are Reshiram, Typhlosion Prime, and Ninetales. Reshiram is just an outstanding Pokemon with a massive HP of 130 and it hits for some really high damage for a basic Pokemon. His first attack, Outrage, deals 20 damage plus 10 more for each damage counter on him, which can be great if your opponent starts out with a fast stage 1 attacker and then when it hits you, you can hit it back with a powerful Outrage. And the second attack, Blue Flare, deals 120 damage, which is really good for 2 Fire Energies and a Colorless Energy, but you have to discard 2 Fire Energies in order to use it, which can't be any problem in this deck because all these Pokemon work together really well, and that will be clear in a second. Now up next is Typhlosion Prime. This is a stage 2 Pokemon, so you might want to put in some rare candies to get this one out much faster. He has an HP of 140, which isn't that great for a stage 2, considering that Reshiram had 130 for a basic, but its Pokepower, Afterburner, is simply great. It states, once during your turn you may search your discard pile for a Fire Energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. If you do, put 1 damage counter on that Pokemon, which is actually very good because you can give that energy to Reshiram, and the extra damage counter is great because then Reshiram can use Outrage when he needs to, and he can attack several times because he can set up his second attack with this method. Now his attack Flare Destroy isn't bad as well. It deals 70 damage and you must discard an energy card attached to yourself as well as discarding one from your opponent's active Pokemon, which is great for knocking off double Colorless Energy from Pokemon like Zoroark. And lastly, Ninetales. This card brings consistency to the deck just because you can use it as a draw card because of its Pokepower. It states, once during your turn you may discard a Fire Energy card from your hand, and if you do, draw 3 cards. This is just perfect if you consider that Typhlosion can get that energy back with its Pokepower. And Ninetales is only a stage 2, which makes it easy to get out. And he also has an attack, but I suggest you only attack with Reshiram and Typhlosion Prime. This is actually a really easy deck to play with. First you use Ninetales Pokepower to draw cards and discard a Fire Energy from your hand. Up next you use Typhlosion's Pokepower to get that energy back and attach it to Reshiram, plus giving it an extra damage counter, and then you're ready to attack with Outrage or Blue Flare. It was also a really good deck because the Fire Pokemon made Kingdra Prime's attack much weaker, and Kingdra Prime was used a lot at Nationals, so this was an easy counter deck to stop those Kingdras at Worlds. And when I saw the 3 cards of this deck, I saw that the maximum retreat cost of all of them is only 2. That's why you also might want to put this in the deck. A 1/1 line of Dodrio from Undaunted, because its Pokebody states, as long as Dodrio is on your bench, each of your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 2 energy less, which lets all your Pokemon have 0 retreat cost. This is great if your opponent uses a lot of reversal to bring up your Ninetales, which doesn't have the attack power you want. And you could also add a Cleffa in the deck just in case you start off with a really bad hand, because the key to this deck is to have your Typhlosion Prime, Reshiram and Ninetales out as fast as you can. And you could also put in a Zoroark just in case you're stuck in a bad situation. And lastly, here's a list of some trainers I haven't mentioned that I would use. Pokemon Collector, Pokemon Communication, Professor Elm's Training Method, Plus Power, Fisherman, Professor Juniper, and Interviewer's Questions. And that's it for this episode, but since this is episode 10, I'll add in a new feature from now on. It's called Poké-News, and at the end of each episode, I'll tell you what's new in the Pokemon trading card game. So let's get straight to it. Well, the Pokemon World Championship that was held in San Diego is over now, and the winner in Master Division was David Cohen. He was the person that came up on top of the 400 players that competed. The winning deck was none other than a Reshiram deck, but instead of using Typhlosion Prime, he used the Emboar from Black and White, and added a Magnezone Prime for the draw support instead of Ninetales. It's a deck that was designed to get prizes really fast with Emboar specialty and giving many energies to Reshiram and Magnezone. So I want to congratulate everyone that made it to the World Championship. And for those of you who lost and couldn't go, there's always next year. And one day I too would like to enter one of the upcoming championships. But it's a little bit harder for me because I'm from Belgium and it's kinda hard getting to those events. But yeah, anyway, aside to that, most of you already knew the news that there's a new Black and White set out. And those of you who haven't opened any packs of the new emerging power set like me, here's some news. First up, the reverse cards have a new pattern and they look pretty sweet. They have a sort of pattern on the cards which resembles their type, which is obviously better than the regular reverses of the past. Also, the new set features new cards like Thunderous Full Art, Tornadus Full Art, Virizion, Terrakion, Cobalion, Beartech, Pokemon Catcher, and many more. So definitely buy one of these booster packs. And the last great news I want to share with you is the amazing return of the Pokemon EX cards. Well, I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. Here's how Mewtwo EX will look like in the third set of the Black and White series. The artwork is simply outstanding, and it has an awesome HP of 170, plus it has also great attacks. The new EX cards will definitely overpower the other cards like never before. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and you can always leave your thoughts, questions and suggestions in the comments section as always. And from now on, I'll try to upload my weekly episodes each Sunday or Monday. This was ZapdosTCG, thanks for watching, till next time.